Hi everyone, this is Heather Schultz. In this video, I want to share a 2026 summer update for Beauty and Truth Math on behalf of Emily and I. So let's get started. The first big item is that after this summer, we will no longer be updating our year 1 through 6 guides. These guides include the arithmetic years 1 through 6, the intro to geometry years 1 and 2, and the intro to algebra guide. At this point, typos are minimal for most of these guides, since they've been out for a few years. The main change we are making for this final round is that we will be renaming the Forms 1 and 2 Review Activities document, since we do not use the term forms anywhere else in our products. Additionally, the Intro to Algebra guide will have a bit more corrections than all the others because I rewrote it last summer. As always, when we push these updates live on our website, you will receive the newly updated file for free in your account. Before you reprint any guides, first check the corrections document in your Important Teacher Helps folder to see if you need to reprint them based on how many corrections are listed there. Moving on to our Year 7 and higher guides, we want to let you know that we will be doing a more extensive update of the consumer math guides. The first change is that we will be going from chapters to terms. The Consumer Math Guide was our first co-authored guide written to students, and so we need to update it to match the formatting and 3-term plan that we decided to use for all our guides after we first published it. So we will be combining chapters 1 and 2 into term 1, chapters 3 and 4 into term 2, and chapters 5 and 6 into term 3. To avoid duplicate files, we will delete the even chapters and replace the odd chapter files with the corresponding new term files to help ensure you don't have duplicate content in your accounts. The actual content is not changing much, and all changes will again be noted in the corrections documents found in your Important Teacher Helps folder. So, first check the corrections document in your Important Teacher Helps folder before you decide to reprint the Consumer Math Guide. The second change is that we will be renaming the Consumer Math Part A Guide to Arithmetic Year 7. We will also be separating Consumer Math Part B and selling it as its own resource called Arithmetic Year 8 in our shop. If you have Consumer Math Part B already saved on your computer, we will let you know when we push the updates if we recommend purchasing the new Arithmetic Year 8 guide. The entirety of our course is not equivalent to a high school consumer math course, and we've had people assume that, so to clarify, we are renaming these 2 guides. Finally, we're currently researching personal finance texts and expect to have some Year 9 and higher arithmetic recommendations for you by the end of summer. Okay, those were the 2 biggest changes. For the remainder of the Year 7+ guides, the Elementary and High School Algebra 1A and Geometry A guides will receive some small updates and corrections. For the High School Algebra 1A and Geometry A guides, we recommend waiting to print them until their bundles are released this summer. You should not need to reprint the Elementary Geometry and Elementary Algebra guides. Did I mention this already? Once again, please first check the corrections document in your Important Teacher Helps folder before making any decision to reprint guides. Okay, moving on to our future high school plans. As I already mentioned, the Algebra 1A and Geometry A guides will be coming out this summer in their final bundled products. The Algebra 1B and Geometry B guides will begin coming out at the end of summer, and we will produce them throughout the year again. Similar to this past school year, we will provide beta lessons for free if we fall behind our projected timeline of producing the guides for customers who are using them. The Algebra 1B and Geometry B guide bundles will be completed and sold beginning in summer 2027. Summer 2027 will mark the 7th year of Beauty and Truth Math producing curriculum, and so we will be taking a sabbatical year. We will begin producing the Algebra 2 guide in the summer of 2028 and will complete it as a bundle product in the summer of 2029. For the customers who are currently using our guides as we produce them and will need something during our sabbatical year, we will provide an abbreviated Algebra 2 resource to use during our gap year with Forrester's book before we take our sabbatical. That's it for the summer 2026 updates you can expect from us. If you are not already, please subscribe to our newsletter on our website to get the most up-to-date information from us. Have a wonderful summer.